And look, I'm doing something with it. And I don't play around. I'm gonna use the engine hoist to even lift the transmission. I have this TV stand, or a TV came on it, and I put casters on it so I could put my spare trans on. So now I'm gonna put this one on it. If you're old, don't risk your back. Ouch. Drum roll, here are my old headers. Boom. EQ 35 HR. And one of the key items that make this what it is. Oh my gosh, how did that stay in there? How did that stay in there from Arizona? Is this starter relocation down here? So there's the solenoid and the starter wheel bolt there. This is really cool because, especially on S chassis with the steering rack right here, it does not fit, especially a rack that's modified like this one. So my buddy Silas had bought this car. It wasn't running. He got it running and drove it for I think 2 years. And actually a shop here on the East Coast, MA Motorsports, did this rack relocation, this bracket to relocate the starter. So that's a solenoid off the starter, which would be that. So I'm going to, this is the DE. I'm going to have these side by side, do some comparisons, switch over my oil cooler onto this one. Not much. This thing is literally ready to drop in. So I'm gonna maybe clean up some of this wiring, go through some of this. I don't know what it needs. Oh, what's that? Oh, my old Infinity. Hey neighbor. I miss you, G37 IPL. Let's get a zoom. It's like your little baby sister and your little stepbrother all in one shot. The main question I'm getting is, why am I doing the HR? It's 5 years newer. Factory-wise, they came with better manifolds. Not that I was using factory ones anyways, but I will use these just because they're modified to work, and I have, this is 2.75 inch. It's not quite 3 from what I measured, unless my tape measure is wrong. A cool thing I'm noting is, like, here's a bleed, because here's like where it pulls from the valley. I had to install this on the DE, which is from the Xteras that have trailer package, where it pulls from the center of the valley in here. And this already has it. That's cool. This crank trigger on the DE is right here. So it was the lowest point of my car. Luckily John made like a skid plate. Damn, that's like dented. Is that dented? Still gonna send it. Not sponsored. Hopefully this feels good, because I don't really know if specs feel good. But here's the subframe. Looks like that holds a little wallery. But I will be taking the subframe off, installing it in the car, and then placing the motor back on it. So that actually might be kind of fun. I'll mark where these are before removing it, so I can like plop it right back in that same spot. There's a solenoid. I gotta find the rest of it visually for you guys and for me to see how it works. Also, my other subframe, we went over to my buddy Doug's house, and he has the Wisefab jig to mount up to this to keep it square when you cut the center out. And the difference between the 13 and the 14 is the angle on this is just way different. So people are asking, this is for an S13 given the angle on that dangle. And it's perfectly centered within the hole. So right now I'm switching over my oil filter relocation kit onto this. Front of the motor wise, this is a sprung tensioner, unlike that one where you have to tighten like a 14 mil. Dual intake and exhaust. That one's just intake cam timing, so that helps. AC compressor would go there, it's not there. There's a starter solenoid there. Filler necks on the top right here, which is cool, where this one is on the radiator cap. Yeah, hopefully once I get the wiring off, I might rewrap a bunch of it, the stuff that I know I don't have to modify. But looking good so far. Yeah, this is like an 8 rib, where that is a 5. So that's cool. Next up, clean the subframe. Get that shiny East Coast gray back popping with the Amazon pressure washer. So just pressure wash the engine right here, because I know if I got over that lip I wouldn't be able to get it out. I'm gonna do the trans next, that's on this side. So I have loosely installed this because I don't know how much slack I'm gonna need with that. There's a little bit that can be had. I also noticed that the front of the subframe is notched out also. So that's kind of cool, because I know on my ISR kit, it's like really close, which is really cool, but ISR is full bolt-in. This is like a custom one-off kit. So I'm excited for that. The rack's relocated forward, I don't know how much, but the standard drift car mount, it's not like the Wisefab style where this is literally like right here. So I'll just continue with my same setup that I had. This is almost just like it, but I don't know. The mounts on the engine match to this. I've got this whole garage, and here I am in the corner because the engine was already here. All I had to do was roll the trans over. But looking at how the starter goes in, I'll try to do my best. It goes into that, and then all the way up here there's the plunger that gets energized by the solenoid. and that pushes, and then therefore that engages the starter that's spinning, right? That's how that works. So I have to take that bracket off. I'm pretty sure when he took it apart, he just undid these bolts, and when he took the trans out, this came out with it, but I need to undo the front side, those bolts, to gain access to put the rod in. So. Is it on? I'm not gonna rep my shirt because it's not someone I should rep right now. Look at that. Oh shit, you saw it. It's in. Woo. My boy Ryan came over yesterday. Part of this is his fault because he is the HR guy. Especially if your car had a DE, like both of his DE cars are now HRs. And here we are. I have an HR in my car. This was in an S13 previously, so I just need to make this mess work with my mess. My mess is here. You've seen it. It's not bad. But I do need to work some magic in here. So fuel stuff still needs to go on, but luckily I literally just probably need to twist and clock some of these fittings, because it's literally the same adapter to the fuel line, or damper is what this is called. Why do they call it a damper? Someone comment below why that's called a damper. Not a regulator, damper. So I need to put that in there, probably up under here. Bloop. So going back to what my ISR mounts were to this, wow, this thing is at least another, where's my measuring stick? Another inch, if not 2 inches back. There's my measuring stick. You know how I can tell it's another inch or 2 inch back? Because I was dead center with my GK Tech shifter. So yeah, we'll just call that 2 inches, because it was almost center from what it was. So if I'm 2 inches center on the shifter, yowzer. Oh, so this is a comparison between the ISR mount kit and mine. My one-off kit. I'll just refer to it as the one-off kit. So RS200, whatever the stock diff is, flange on the back. Womp womp womp. This is how much farther back my engine is. Also, this is, I had paid for the ungodly amount for this awesome aluminum one. Dry shop shop. Luckily, I'm still using a dry shop shop, but a steel one. So sad, but it's okay. It's okay. It's nice. All the joints are nice. We're gonna send it.